computer virus. The virus is rewriting the data. It has a hit point that's infinite.
This is the one!
You must escape, while I buy some time.
Because of this thing, I'll kill you!
No! You can't kill it! Leave it be or you'll be killed!
Ever think to yourself, gee, I want to play an MMO, except I want it to be a not MMO and instead a game about a fake MMO and comas and stuff? Well, you have very long thoughts. But I have your game. Dot Hack Infection is an action RPG released for the PlayStation 2 some time ago, and I won't lie, I fucking love it. With that said, this game isn't perfect. It does have flaws, and it can be pretty damn repetitive, and after this, Bandai just milked the hell out of these games. But as a first game, I really do enjoy it. With me enjoying this game in mind, let's get into my review. Dot Hack Infection has a very deep story, because it's a game within a game. Holy crap! It follows Kite. I don't know what his real name is, or even if he has one, but Kite is a new player to a very popular MMO called The World, and everyone likes to enunciate it like that. His friend Yasuhiko, or Orca, invites him to play the game. They go into a dungeon and encounter a mysterious girl and a monster. The monster data drains Orca, putting his real-life self into a coma. Shortly afterwards, Kite meets up with a loud bitch named Black Rose, and they go to an area together, because that's what you do when you meet loud bitches in MMOs. You party up! Soon enough, they encounter Bullmung of the Azure won't shut the hell up, a data-bugged monster. Kite gets a bracelet that lets him data drain, and he turns orange. Why orange, I have no clue. Also, I'm colorblind. It could be red. I have no idea. Anyways, with this new power at hand and awesome new pants, Kite and Black Rose, along with some other random people playing the game, set out to explore the world and find out the truth to what caused Orca and so many others to fall victim to a coma. Now, I actually find the story to be really interesting. Maybe that's because, I don't know, it kind of has that real-world element to it where, oh crap, maybe I'll play World of Warcraft and go into a coma. It could happen. My girlish scream aside, the story is also full of mystery and intrigue, and to be quite frank, I'm a nut for this series, so they could do anything and I'd be cool with it. The one thing I didn't like about the story is that the end leaves me wanting more. And that's where the other games came in and where all my money went. I was young, I didn't have a lot of it, but all in all, I really like the story. The gameplay of Dot Hack Infection tries to emulate that of an MMO, and it kind of does this. At its core, this is an action RPG. You have different servers or towns, and these towns you can buy items and call on people to join your party, so you can go to areas and then go into dungeons and fight some monsters and get some treasure and level up and blah 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 RPG. The combat involves a lot of hammering on the X button, occasionally going into a menu to use a skill or item, or just ordering around your stupid teammates. It's kind of repetitive, and yet I really enjoy it. Kind of like a real MMO, it's repetitive, but everyone loves it. The big gimmick of the gameplay is that Kite can data drain pretty much every enemy. Yeah, every enemy actually, yeah. Which will weaken them and maybe give you an item, but if you use it too much, you die. That sucks. Now, all in all, I do like the gameplay, but I do have some gripes with it. For one, it's repetitive. Now, I did just say that despite this, I really like the gameplay, but even so, it being repetitive isn't really a good thing, you know? Every area plays out pretty much the same. You're on a field, maybe you'll fight some monsters, and you go into the dungeon, fight some more monsters, go into a bunch of similar looking rooms, get some treasure, get the main treasure, and then you leave. And it doesn't help that there's only a handful of different area types to go to. Another thing I didn't really like was that in order to get into certain areas, you'd have to hack into them using virus cores, which you get from data draining enemies. At times it was kind of tedious because certain sized enemies had different types of cores and, I don't know, tedium. But overall, I did enjoy the gameplay, although it can certainly be repetitive due to a lack of variety. Graphically, the game isn't anything special. It's not bad, just not fantastic. I'm not really too picky, though, and I don't have a problem with how the game looks. Although some people said the game looked ugly. So, fuck you, I guess. How dare you have a different opinion than me. Urgh. I have to say, I really like some of the character designs, as well as a lot of the area designs, even though you basically see the same ones over and over again. I do have one little gripe about the graphics. See, the game has two kinds of cutscenes. Ones that have animation and moving mouths, ones they actually put money into, and the ones where the characters are just standing still, they don't move, and their mouths are sealed shut for some reason. I don't know. Someone had an overabundance of glue. In one of the first cutscenes of the game, Kite and Orca are in one of these scenes where their mouths should be moving, but for some reason Orca's isn't. Why the hell didn't they just animate his mouth? I mean, he's kind of the main purpose for the story going anywhere, isn't he? So, come on. Would they just forget it and say, screw it, no one cares? On the sound side of things, I love the music of both the towns, the areas, and the dungeons. I've always been a huge fan of the Dot Hack series music, and this game is no exception. The song used for the town Mackinac is especially awesome in my opinion. As for voice acting, that was also pretty good. I mean, some of the lesser characters kind of sounded odd or like crap, but others gave some decent performances. I always thought Bullmonk sounded cool and kind of odd because he was taking an online game way too seriously.
I still do not trust you. I just require the time to think this through. But if I find out that you are indeed in with them, I will kill you.
And Pyros sounded like him.
You will? I knew you would say that! Oh, good!
All in all, I thought the presentation was pretty good. Dot Hack Infection is a good game in my opinion, and the highlight of these initial 4, for me anyways. The other ones can have their moments, but they can also be a test of patience due to them basically just being this game, except I had to pay more money for it. And I didn't enjoy that. It's to be seen at this point whether or not I'll review the other 3 Dot Hack games. I may do it in the form of quick reviews just so I can save some time and effort, but I don't know at this point. In any case, I think Dot Hack Infection is a pretty good game. It's not perfect and it can be repetitive, but with an interesting story and solid gameplay, I think it's worth a look if you like Dot Hack or RPGs. Dot Hack Infection gets a B.
Wow, you have the spiral edge? You're so lucky. Oh? Are you sure? But I can't give you anything in return. Well, except maybe myself. What?